Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, everybody. I want to welcome you to Barbara's Stamp Pad. It is 3 p.m. on Sunday, May the 25th. And y'all will not see me on camera because up until 1 o'clock this afternoon, I was working in my garden. So my hair is just all over the place, even though I have it in a ponytail. I was sweating. I mean, it was getting bad, y'all. And I was like, I really need to go inside and go clean up my desk to get ready for my 3 p.m. So come on in. Welcome. If you are new to watching my channel, I want to welcome you. If you're not already subscribed, after the video, you like what you see and you want to see more, you just make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. And make sure you turn on your bell notifications so that when I go live or I upload a video, you will get notified. All right, so what are we doing today? Today's not going to be a long live, I don't think. I always say that, and sometimes it ends up being an hour. But I want to show you. Let me change. There we go. Let me pull this down a little bit. 5 minutes ago, my camera fell because my tape is loose. So let's hope that it doesn't fall. The right side is a little loose, but that's okay. All right. So originally, the Vintage Orchard collection, which is the paper collection that I've been using this entire month so far in May, it's by 49 in Market. I don't have the slide to show you, but if you've seen any of my videos this month, you know on my YouTube channel, there's a little short video that shows all of the paper and some of the coordinating products. This is the Folio 4 Photo Play. Has a new album. This is it. It's the style number 4, and I got it in white. I don't remember if it was available in black, honestly. But it would have been literally nice in black because earlier this month I did a couple of Z cards in black, and it really, really pulled the colors from this paper. But this is the Folio 4 album that I completed. And originally I was going to offer this as a class to go, but, and I'm explaining this on my blog as well, because generally, y'all know I have folio classes to go and card classes to go and things like that. But this one, once I started pricing everything, and I wasn't even done with things that I was going to include with the album, I mean, literally, it was like $70-something, and I'm like, there is no way I'm going to charge, nearly $80 for this folio album class. So what I'm doing is I'm on my blog, I'm going to provide all of the supplies that I used, and then there'll be a link to scrapbook.com where you can go see the other products that coordinate with the Vintage Orchard collection by 49 in Market, and also the folio album, and then any adhesives and other miscellaneous things that I used. It just didn't make sense for class people that were interested in the class kit to go to pay shipping twice through the I hear a cat meowing. Can y'all hear that? I think the cat is doing that in its sleep, because I have 2 beds over here and there's 2 sleeping cats. Y'all didn't hear that, but it was like, anyway. But anyway, I just couldn't do that and then charge you shipping again when I turned around and collected everything to ship it back out to you. So it didn't make sense. So I'll at least give you the resources so that if you want to recreate this album, you can go straight to scrapbook.com and order whatever you need, and they'll only pay shipping once, basically. And then plus, if you're not already aware, when you shop on scrapbook.com, I'm not an affiliate with them. I'm trying, but I'm not an affiliate with them. So there's no affiliate link or referral link. This is just me providing you the information so you know where to go get it. I forgot what I was going to say, y'all. Like literally that quick, I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, on scrapbook.com, when you check out, depending on how much your cart is, always look at the top because they offer freebies. Sometimes it's one thing, but lately it's been several things. Like there'll be 3 different things depending on what level your cart is. And you can add all 3 of those, 2 or 3 of those things. But they have daily specials. So if you don't get it like right away and you wait a couple of days, when you go back to refresh your cart, something may already be out of stock and then you've missed out on getting that particular freebie. So that's just something to consider when you're shopping on scrapbook.com. But they do have a lot of freebies every single day with their coupon codes. So that'll save you a little bit of money. But this is my project that I decided to do. And let me just show you. This completed album, when it's complete, let me show you, it is 6.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall. So it's 6.5 by 6.5 when it's completed. And there is a magnet on the inside, this inside flap, but after all the paper I put on there, it catches. But the album still seemed a little flimsy. So what I did is I created a belly band. I don't know if y'all can see the clear here with some acetate because I wanted to still be able to see this gorgeous paper that I chose for the front cover. And then I just took some extra leaves that I had left over from, if y'all remember my fall folio album class to go. These are the leaves I also used on the front of that album. And I liked the colors because they meshed really, really well with this particular paper, these papers that I used for the front. But because my acetate was only so long, when I flipped it over, I had to bridge the 2 pieces of acetate with another piece of the patterned paper. And I picked this right here. I thought that was kind of brought some color to the back. Now, I will tell you, I'm not actually completely done with decorating it because I thought I had the ephemera pieces, but I don't. But they're coming. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. So I'm still, before I go posting pictures on the blog, once I get the ephemera pieces tomorrow, I'll be able to add those kind of here and there and decorate a little more, then take pictures and then post it on my blog. But anyway, this is what I did in order to help hold it together. And this is what it looks like from the top. And there's the front so that you can see that gorgeous paper. And then I wanted to do something just really simple. I did use some of the chipboard and then some doodlebug twine on the front just to decorate it. And then I used some of the little bauble pieces and then some of the die cut. I don't know why it looks blurry to me. And then I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, there you go. On my butterfly, you see that shininess on the butterflies. And then I used one of the embellishments for the eye on that particular bird. I didn't put it on this bird. I just put it on that one. But I used the glossy accents in order to just kind of give it a little raised effect. And then it feels almost embossed, but it also looks like I embossed it with like a clear liquid, like a clear, what am I trying to say? Powder, but I didn't. I used the glossy accents. So I'm going to slide this off so that we can open this and you can see what's happening on the inside. And that's what my belly band looks like. Very, very simple. And you can see that it catches, but it's still kind of flimsy. So that's why I did the belly band. But when you're putting your album together, if you decide to do this particular folio album, which is this folio 4, you don't have to do the magnets. You can save the magnets for something else and just get away with doing the belly band. I just didn't anticipate it looking and still feeling so flimsy. So you can see kind of like it wants to separate where the magnets are, but it catches back at the big, when I put it there. But anyway, this is what it looks like on the front. Isn't that paper gorgeous? And then when we open it, we have this little side piece over here where this was, if y'all remember when I did that oval photo project a couple of weeks ago, I had a bunch of these pieces that I had left over from that project, and this one did tear. Something got on it, and then I pulled it apart, and then it tore. But this would still be a good piece to put a photo on it, and then and put a photo on the back too, because the back's kind of ugly. It's the back of the front cover that came with the paper collection. But I'm just throwing that in there to put something here to show you that you can slide things. You can slide it behind this little black piece. And if you just happen to have like another, let's see, I'll just use this little piece right here. Say this was something else. You can slide it also behind the paper. So you've got two different areas where you can slide a photo or a little journaling mat or whatever you want. I just wanted to show that to you there. And then when you open it, on the right, we're going to open this next, but on the right, we have this little folder over here. Look at this paper, you guys. And then you've got this little folder over here. And then I used one of the pre-printed pieces from the paper collection and then added one of the die cut little tabs on there just to be able to pull it. And on the back, you can put a photo if you want to put a photo. You can do some journaling on this side and then just slide this, or if you have any other memorabilia that you want to slide in this little side folder, you've got that. And then I used one of the die cut pieces, but I only put glue like right here on the edge. So this little die cut piece, if you want to put another photo mat of some kind right there, it will stick there. And then I just use some of the chipboard embellishments to kind of build that up. And then in the middle, we have a fold out that folds out. Let me make this a little bit taller so you can see. Start right here. This folds out. So I left this blank because I do plan on putting a mat here with some ephemera pieces. So, but I went ahead and covered that. And then when you open it, it does fold out like this. So let me keep moving this over here so you can see this side. It's got a little folder. And then I just created a little mat that you can slide back there. As far as the butterfly, the chipboard butterfly, I put a little bit of glue back here behind the edge so that if you just happen to put a picture on here, you can slide it back behind there. Get it as close to that edge as you can. So I wanted something pretty to be right there. And then if you've got a folder in the back where you can put some journaling or put a photo on the back, memorabilia, whatever you might have. This piece right here is from the die cuts. It's just an old-timey kind of card, I guess you can say. I cut it out and then matted it to a piece of the coordinating solids. It's not really solid. It has some texture to it. So I intended to use a lighter color. I was supposed to use that side, but I put glue on the wrong side. So yeah, You can also just use like a solid card stock. What I've been using is the buttercream frosting from Tailored Expressions. So you can put that on the back if you wanted to write something, and this is just decorative. But there is a little corner pouch right there you can slide something into. And then you have another piece right here where you can put a photo mat. And then the flip side to that, it still folds out, was that piece. You have another pocket right here. I'm going to decorate this with some ephemera pieces. So, and then there's another one of my little ovals I had left over, and another spot to do some journaling. Put a picture on the back. And then another spot over here. This is one of those pre-printed pieces. And then another one of my leftover ovals. And write something. Okay. And then we're going to fold that back. And then when it folds out to the left, then what we see is what was to the left of this that I showed you already. You've got this flap right here where there's two folders, side entry folders. And what I did on both of these is I used some of the buttercream frosting cardstock from Tailored Expressions and some of the paper, some of the pre-printed die cuts. And then I used my crocodile and threw some eyelets and some of the doodlebug twine to help pull it out. And then you see the other half of that die cut piece. And I did that for both of these little side pockets. You can kind of see there's some pockets. Honestly, guys, when I put this together, I think I messed up on this part, but it still came out okay. So I know I did something wrong somewhere. So, but I was following the Photo Play album, the video on their YouTube channel, and but I still messed up somewhere along the way. But I think I did this right. I don't know. But there's two pockets right there. So I just decorated that and did those pulls to be able to pull that out. And then when you flip it to this side, I put another one of these pieces over here, along with a little photo mat. Put something on the back. You can slide it in behind this black piece, or just like on that other one, if you have something else you want to slide in there, you can slide it in behind this little piece right here. And then the middle part is a flap, and I love this paper. I didn't want to cover it up, but if you don't want to cover it up, I think you could use like a vellum. If you really want to use a vellum, you wanted to write something on it. But anyway, I had a hard time, not wanting to cover up some of this pretty paper. But when you flip it up, I did put a mat on this piece right here with a couple of little die cuts and some enamel dots. So you can put a picture there. And I'm going to add some more ephemera pieces in there. And then you have another pocket down here where I have the other one that's part of the die cuts. Same thing I did on the back. I needed that to be a lighter color, but I've goofed. So you can slide that in there. And then all I did was I decorated an envelope. I put something on the back flap, and then I put some paper on the front so that if you have a note or a letter of some kind that you want to tuck away in the album, you've got an envelope where you can put it in and then do some journaling on the outside, or just decorate this piece and put it in your one of your pockets. And then you fold it back down. That goes that way. That one piece that flapped out like that, it's folded back. This piece goes that way, and then the front goes on that way. And bear with me because I made this tight. I was off by about maybe 1/8 of an inch. So there we go. And then I just slid my belly band back on there. I'll pull it down so you can see that birdie a little bit. But I'm glad that I chose the acetate. That way I could see the paper. Originally I was going to use vellum, but vellum would have like muted this bird. And so I thought, no, let me grab the acetate, make a belly band in order to complete the album. But this is the spring folio album project by Photo Play. And then the paper that I used is the 49 in Market's new vintage orchard collection. And the link on scrapbook.com that's going to be on my blog will take you to the page that'll show you all of the products that are part of that collection. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want. And if you just want to make cards, it's available in 12 by 12. And it's also available in a 6 by 8 paper pad that's a few dollars cheaper if you're interested in that. And then any of the other coordinating products that go with this. But is that not cute? I love it. But if you missed the beginning, I'm not offering this as a class to go just because of the cost. It'll save you probably about $10 to $11 in shipping if you just order the products yourself. So I'll update the video afterwards. I'm going to go back and double check and make sure I got all of the products that I used in the blog link so that you can go and find those. Of course, if you have embellishments and stuff like that on hand as well, you can certainly add that to your album if you just want to get the paper. Like I said, I still had these leaves left over from the fall folio, so I grabbed those because those colors went really, really well with this particular paper. And then I'm going to decorate it some more once I get my ephemera. But anyway, that's how I did mine. So once it's completely done, then I'll take final pictures and then add them to my blog. And then I'm also going to include the measurements so that if you want to recreate it, it'll keep you from having to measure. Now, I did leave a little, I don't know if you can see this either, but on the front and on some of the pieces, I did use my little Tim Holtz paper distresser to roughen up around the edge, just to give it a little extra, like it looks torn. You can also pull it up, kind of curl it. As you handle it, it's going to get roughed up a little bit, especially if it's, you know, something that people are going to be looking through if it's on your coffee table or if you give it as a gift. But this is something that you can do if you want to make your own album or if you want to give it away as a gift to somebody. Once you fill it up with pictures and mementos, the thickness of it. Let me show you how thick it is. When it's complete, the thickness is 1.5, 1.25 inches. Sorry, that's 1.25 inches. But I think once you add stuff to it, it will grow. It'll get thickened up a little bit. So when I put the measurements on the blog for when I did the acetate, I'm going to make them a little bit bigger because right now this is tight because there's nothing in there, but I'm going to allow another 1/8 inch so that if you decide to do the belly band, it'll slide over even when the album's like really full. I actually would suggest that you do the belly band after your album is already completed and everything's already in it. That way you know exactly how wide it needs to be where you need to score. That's going to be a tough one because everybody's album is going to be different, right? So, but I'll do mine and say you'll have to adjust. But anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Also, I have coming up, where did it go? Let me see if I added this. Bear with me. I missed adding a slide. I figured out how to add slides. Let me share this. Oh, now I know why I didn't do it. Hold on. I figured out how to share slides on StreamYard because things changed up and StreamYard is charging like crazy amounts every single month. But there's a way to do this. All right, let me grab it. I have a mega masculine class coming up. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Okay, it says it completed. Let me try it again. Bear with me. I thought I had this already downloaded. All right, let's try this again. Slides from my computer. I have the other ones loaded. Downloads. Okay, well, I don't know why it's not showing. I've downloaded it twice, 3 times already. Let me try an image file. There we go. All right, let me show this one first. Let me show this one first. Goodness. I wasn't anticipating so many problems pulling this one up. But there is a mega masculine class that next week, when I go live next week, I'm going to be doing let me show you what I'll be doing first. There we go. This is what I'm going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing the Vintage Orchard to wrap up the month of May. I know it's going to be already the 1st, but to wrap up the month of May, I am going to be doing the Vintage Orchard page kit, which is going to be 4 12 by 12 scrapbook pages using their kit. There is an entire scrapbook kit that 49 in Market offers for scrapbooking using this particular paper collection. So we're going to be doing that next Sunday. So if you want to join me, I'll be back at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time to do that. But other than that, I will be presenting the Mega Masculine class to go. I am finalizing the price right now, but what it's going to include is 12 masculine A2 size cards. There'll be a bonus box to hold all of the cards. Everything will be cut, die cut, punched, embossed for you. And it will also include embellishments and twine. All you have to do is assemble. Tutorials will be included with the class kit to go. And then tutorials, if you like the cards and you have your own paper that you want to use, tutorials will also be available for purchase for the Mega Masculine class. And this is the paper that we're going to be using. It is 49 in Market's Rust and Revs collection, the version 2.0. I chose 2.0 because the 1.0 was out of stock. So I'm like, well, we'll just go with 2.0, right? So this is going to be the main focus, is the paper. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's very masculine. And then also has some coordinating solids that go with it. And there's a couple of other products that I'm going to be using as well, and for the cards, but that will be the Mega Masculine class to go, and registration will open on June 1st, and I'll leave it open for a couple of weeks. Father's Day is next month, and I think registration will be closing right before Father's Day, but this will give you an opportunity to have 12 cards, masculine cards, birthday, thank you, love you. There'll be some blank ones so that if you want to add your own sentiment, you can add your own sentiment. For the men in your life, sometimes we forget about them, right? They need cards. They need love too. But I love the paper. I'm loving the paper. And I think that's it. Let me double check and make sure I don't have anything else to show. I will be updating the blog link, but I got to make sure that I listed all of the supplies for the album before I publish it. So keep an eye out on that. If you're part of my email distribution, when the blog posts, you'll automatically get an email with the blog link. So you don't have to go check the, it'll happen overnight, basically, is when it's set to go. There we go. All right. And I think that is it. That's it. I wanted to show this to you and show you what we're going to be doing next week. And then also give you kind of a sneak preview of the Mega Masculine class to go. I think when I looked it up, the last time I did a Mega Masculine class, it was a couple of years ago. And the class was $45 plus shipping, but so it may be about the same, or maybe just a little less than that for the entire class kit to go. I'm going to try to get it to where shipping's a little cheaper, but well, I hope you all have a great day wherever you're at. If you still stuck with me here to the end, thank you. Stay cool, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your weekend wherever you are. And other than that, we will see you all next Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.